Hello everyone, welcome back to another GMTL video. In this video, we'll be looking at how to get tenders from the API. So first thing we're going to do is you can see that I commented part of our code that we did. So the only thing we have now is our link to our API. So I'll be using the GET request that we had in our previous code, but instead of getting from securities, I'll be getting it from tenders, and I won't be getting any parameters in it. So if we look at our case that's running right now, we can see that we have a tender that's currently there. And if we run the code, you can see that if we print our response, and we run the code, and tenders does not take to us. But if we run the code, you can see that we have a tender here that's right now, and they want to buy crazy from us. So we can see that we have a ticker here that's called crazy, and then we have a quantity we will be selling to them, and the price currently is 1033, which was the tender that we got in the tender we saw. So that's how you get the information. You can see that you can get multiple tenders if you're in a more advanced case that has multiple tenders at once. So what we would do is we would call for tender in our response. We want to see if let's say that we want to accept every single tender in that we have, regardless of like what the price is. What we would do is we would do API dot post, and then we would do the same thing as here, tenders. Tenders here, but we would want to add the ID of the tender. So what we do now is we add a we would add a ID. So what we do is we need the tender ID. So what we do is tender, and then bracket, and then tender ID. Tender underscore ID. What we do when we use a squiggly line in a string, we need to make it an F string, which says if you find squiggly lines, this is a variable I want to put in my string. So if we have a tender right now, we don't. We'll wait for one to come, and I'll resume the video. Now you can see that we have a tender. So if we do this right now and we run it, we can see that we accepted the tender on crazy immediately, and you can see that we gain a position of 65,000. But you can see that it's not very helpful, since we don't have anything to exit our position, and we don't know, the tender might be a bad tender, and we don't know if it's profitable to accept. So in the next video, we'll be looking at how to trade once we get those positions. All right, see you in the next video.